Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tone. This is a new series, a new, somewhat of a podcast speaking about human history, a lot of different subjects. We're going to talk about the Anunnakis, we're going to talk about the Atlanteans, we're going to talk about first human, Sumerian tablets, Egyptian. We're going to get in deep with a lot of conversation. This will be kind of exclusively for Rumble, but I will also post it on my financial, your boy Tones, uh, pretty much YouTube channel. This will be a once in a while series, and we're gonna get in real depth. I got my boy Rolando. He's one of my best friends, and we do a lot of big things. He gives me a lot of ideas. There's a lot of these ideas that I create is literally because me and my boy just talk about something and boom, and we create it or I create it and make it happen. So he's definitely somebody important and he's going to be a part of these conversations. Of course, I'm going to be taking the lead in most of it, but he will jump in, sometimes correct me. I am not perfect, as you guys know, and we will execute everything as best as possible. I will be working with Bard, artificial intelligence, to bring up most of these facts up, and we will go deep into history and create a lot of subjects that you guys could do your own research and make your own decisions in whatever you guys want to do in your life. I will also talk about um, enlightenment and give you guys things. And in the process, I will learn how to become these things and we will do it together as a community. And I hope you guys enjoy the content. I want you guys to meet Rolando. How's it going?
That's good.
My boy. Uh, More or less, he's just gonna be there talking once in a while and whatever. So let's get into subject. Me and my boy has actually been talking a lot about the subject these last days, and he's getting really into it now. And I'm like, yo, how about we create actual podcast series, and I'll post it on Rumble. And then I decided that I want to post it on YouTube and let's create something and have conversation and maybe show proof and things about history in general. We're going to talk about a lot about history, but the first subject I want to really talk about is the Anunnakis. These beings are beings that came to this world 450,000 years ago, before actual humans were functioning like we are now at this point. Years before these us humans were actually functioning correctly, creating empires and everything. I do want to talk a lot about these beings, and I want you guys to know who these are. So let's get into the Bard AI. Okay, do you guys see everything? Bard AI. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, let me restart the chat. So I be doing a lot of things, guys. Okay, so who are the Anunnakis? Boom. Okay, so I want you guys to see it from Google itself, not only me. Okay, the Anunnaki are a group of deities of the ancient Sumerians, Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians. In the earliest Sumerian writings about them, which came from a post Akkadian period, the Anunnaki are described as the children of Anu, the sky god, and Ki, the earth goddess. They are said to have come to Earth from the planet Nibiru to mine gold. The Anunnaki are often depicted as a race of giants, and they are said to have possessed great knowledge and power. They are also credited with creating humans, either by themselves or with help of other gods. The Anunnaki have been the subject or much speculation and interest in recent years due in part to the work of Zeshira Sitchin. Yeah, he's actually the one that well, they're probably gonna say it here. Let them say it. Who argued that they were actually ex extraterrestrial, I don't even know how to say that correctly, beings who visited Earth in the distant past. While there is no scientific evidence to support Sitchin's claims, the Anunnaki continue to be a source of fascination for many people. Here are some of the names for the Anunnaki: the seven sages, the great one, the great ones, the holy ones, the watchers, and the Nephilim. The Anunnaki are a complex and fascinating group of deities, and their true natures and origins remain a mystery. However, they continue to be source of inspiration and speculation for people all over the world. Here are some additional facts about the Anunnaki. They are said to have been responsible for creating the first humans in their own image. They are also said to have been the ones who taught humans the art of civilization, such as agriculture, metalworking, and writing. The Anunnaki are often depicted as being involved in conflict with other gods, such as Enlil and Enki. Their name means those who came from heaven to earth. The Anunnaki are fascinating and mysterious group of deities. All right, so these are the main things I want you guys to see. They are said to have been responsible for creating the first humans on their image. All right, the Bible, Genesis 1:26. Yes, Genesis 1:26. It says, "Then God said, 'Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over creeping thing that creep on the earth.'" I don't know what creeping is, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. But as you guys see, it's in the Bible. Okay, this is in the Bible. Who are these gods? Who are these gods? That's the question everybody should be asking. Okay, like, yeah, we know who Jesus are. We're going to get in that conversation. Maybe not in this one, but we will get in that conversation who Jesus was. But in Genesis, the Old Testament, in the Hebrew Bible, it says that God said, "Let us make man in our image." The question everybody should be asking: who is this God? Who is it? Do you know? Who is the father of Jesus? Who is the father of Jesus? Yeah, we hear God, but who is this God? What is the history of God? Have anybody ever thought, like, maybe if we could go back to the history of God, we could find out more information of us humans? And that's exactly what I did, guys. I said, yo, I want to know who this God is that everybody is so speaking about, praising about. Everywhere I go, oh, God bless you, or oh, this and that. Like, what? Who is this? Who is this man that everybody praises and tells me that I need to worship him? So we're gonna get to that. All right, let's talk about in who is in Lil and Enki. All right, very important names. There's going to be other important names, and as much as we progress through all these conversation, it's going to take a lot of videos. We're going to get to names and even get to Egyptian names and Mesoamerica, now known as Mexico. and we're going to get to these subjects in real details. And I'm going to literally use Bard AI to find these facts for you, and hopefully they show, maybe some videos, maybe some pictures of actual proof and things. We're gonna do this with AI, so you guys can see the proof. If you guys don't believe me, man, just look it up yourself. All right. Enlil and Enki were two of the most important gods in the ancient Mesopotamian pantheon. They were the son of Anu. I will get to Anu because Anu is a very important name. But let's talk about the people, the beings that came to this world. There were the sons of Anu, the sky god, and Ki, the earth goddess. Enlil was the god of the atmosphere, air, and the wind, while Enki was the god of wisdom, water, and crafts. Enlil was the more powerful of the two gods, and he was often seen as the king of the gods. He was responsible for the weather, the seasons, and the fertility of the land. Enki was also a powerful god, but he was more benevolent. How do you know? How do you say that, Rolly? You know how to say it?
I can't see what it says on my screen, but
Why it's too little?
it's a little small. Yeah,
Yeah, he's working. We're gonna get his PC hopefully soon in his setup because.
my
All right,
PC.
so is benevolent than a little whatever. You guys, if
But
you guys,
oh, benevolent.
benevolent. There you go. I knew I was saying it wrong.
You good?
Benevolent than a little. He was the patron of cities, crafts, and learning. And Lil and Enki were often depicted as being in conflict with each other. There was because they represented different aspects of nature and society. And Lil was the god of order and authority, while Enki was the god of chaos and creativity. Despite the differences, Enlil and Enki were also seen as complementary gods, and Lil orders and authority allowed the Enki creativity to flourish. Together, they represented the balance of forces in the universe. Here is a table summarizing the key differences between Enlil and Enki. Enlil, god of atmosphere, air, and wind, most powerful, king of gods, order and authority, complementary to Enki. Enki, god of wisdom, water, and craft, less powerful, patron of cities, craft, and learning. Chaos and creativity, complementary to Enlil. So this being Enlil uh, is pretty much the bad guy, if anything. He's the bad guy in the picture here, man. And you guys are gonna hear more in the conversation what he's done, and uh, pretty much he was the reason we were here as well, right? It wasn't just he was the authority. He was the reason he made the last decision, and more or less, he was very important as well in creating. But they're mentioning him, and if I'm not mistaken, like he could be Satan. He could be the Satan that everybody speaks about, and the one that wanted to destroy us, pretty much. Uh, so yeah, let's talk about. Hold on, let me drink water, guys. Let's talk about. So Enlil is the Satan, and Enki is God. But what happened? Matter of fact, let's not get too forward. Let's talk about where these beings are being written about. All right, let's go back to Bard AI. Please show me the Sumerian tablets. All right, this is the Sumerian tablets. Yes. Let's look at the Sumerian tablets. I want you guys to see it, the image, how it looks. I wish I could show you how it feels, but this is one of them. All right. Interesting. Interesting. But I what you guys think? Great stuff, man. Great stuff. This is created by humans. Okay. This was created by humans. They speak about the zodiacs. It's crazy. Like the things that these tablets say. Um, it's an amazing thing, man. This is made by humans, you know?
Right. The
And
amount of knowledge that they possess is it's
and
unreal.
the type of knowledge they possess, also the information that they give us, and they mention these gods, these beings,
Right.
and Enki and Enlil, and they speak about things that are mentioned in the Bible that we're gonna get very in deep in these conversations and these podcast series. Um, and we're gonna get deep. We're gonna get deep. But once I figured out these Anunnakis and these beings, I started realizing something, that this sounds similar, sounds like the Bible, sounds interesting. And look at these, man. It's beautiful, actually. Beautiful stuff. Oh, I think this is the. Can you guys decode this? Let me know. See, people are like, oh, they could say anything. But reality is like, guys, we're advanced. Uh, and I don't know. I really believe in this story more than a lot of stories I've been told.
Right. Like this story is what makes me also believe in the Bible, dude. Like since
It actually makes me believe in the Bible even more.
right.
And that's what's crazy. Like, it's not that I have anything against the Bible. It literally
Absolutely.
makes me believe more about the Bible. Just we're getting into the history before the Bible. Like, that's what people should understand. Like, that's what I want people to really focus on. Like, what is the history before the Bible? Who is this God? Who is this God that is mentioned so much in this Bible? Can I get a history, a Carfax? Yeah, give me something. I want to know who this God is. All right. We're going to talk about Elohim. All right. Elohim is something very important that I figured out. Uh, who is Elohim in the Bible? All right. Elohim is in the Bible many times. The Hebrew word Elohim is used in the Bible to refer to God. It is a plural noun, but it is often used in a singular sense. This is because the ancient Hebrews did not have a single word for God in the way that we do today. Elohim could refer to a single God, or it also could refer a group of gods. Okay. Boom. Keyword, a group of gods. Elohim was a group of gods. Okay, a group of gods. Who are these group of gods? Who are they? What are you talking about, these group of gods? In the Bible, Elohim is most often used to refer the God of Israel. This God is often described as being one, but also as being a plurality of persons. This is the concept of Trinity, which is a central tenet of Christianity. The word Elohim is also used in the Bible to refer of other gods. For example, For example, in the book of Exodus, the Israelites, yeah, that's what it says. The Israelites are told that they should not worship other Elohim. That shows that the Israelites, I think it's the Israelites, were
Mm.
aware that other cultures had their own gods, and they believed that their own God was superior to their other gods. More or less, man, this was used so many times in the Bible, and it's plural. There's multiple gods. So let's talk about these multiple gods. Who is Enlil? Who is Enki? Who is Ninma? How did everything come to happen? How did humans come to happen? Were we already here? Yes, we were already here. We were here, and the Anunnakis were here. The Anunnakis found us or discovered a movement in this creature. They called us creatures, and they just decided to play around with us and see what they could do. But let me get more into details of that and better details coming up. But how did everything happen? Let's talk about these gods, these Anunnakis, these Atlanteans, these Ajijis. These words are gonna be more familiar to you guys very soon. But who are these guys? Who are them? Let's talk about that. Let's go back to Bar AI. Who are all right? This is so perfect. I love this AI stuff because it literally shows proof. You guys want proof? We're literally in Google, guys. Like literally. All right. So the Anunnakis are a group of deities in ancient Sumerian, Akkadian, Assyrian, and Babylonian mythology. They are said to have come to Earth from the planet Nibiru to mine gold. The Anunnaki who came with Enlil and Enki were Nanar, the god of the moon. Nana was the son of Enlil, Ninlil. He was the patron god of city of Ur. So this is on Wikipedia, guys. These are actual images of this god drawn by humans. Like this is insane, guys. Okay.
Undeniable.
All right. The other one, Nin Harsag, the mother goddess. Nin Harsag was the wife of Enki and the mother of many of the Anunnaki. She was patron goddess of childbirth and fertility. This one is one of the most important ones. And I get to her, Ninma. Okay. I call her Ninma, but look at these. Look at these guys. These are made by humans before Christ. You see it good there, Rolly?
I see it
Pretty good.
perfect. What makes it even crazier is that these deities they're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. The
All right,
same
so
ones.
let's get to the next one. Ningishzida, the god of wisdom. Ninganzida was the son of Enki and Ninma. He was patron god of craft and technology. Ninga. Let's see the Ninganzida. This is all stuff, guys, that I'm showing you from Google. Things that were created, that were discovered. I don't know what this is. Look at that, guys. And the funny part is that these scientists call this like if it's like characters of Marvel or in DC, like these people just randomly drew these people. Like You really think humans are just gonna draw these people that they've never seen and just create them out of their blue? No, these people were there. These people were there, and we're gonna get more proof in this. Ningal, the god of stars. Ningal was the daughter of Enlil and Ninlil. She was the patron goddess of the city of Uruk. Utu, the god of the sun. Utu was the son of Nana and Ningal. He was the patron god of justice and earth. These are just a few Anunnakis who came with Enlil and Enki. The Anunnaki are a complex and fascinating group of deities, and their true nature and origins remain a mystery. However, they continue to source inspiration and speculations for people all over the world. Guys, this is stuff that you guys could research yourself. You guys want to know who the God is before the Bible, the history before the Bible? I'm giving you guys information right now. You guys could do your own research. I'm giving you facts that are in the internet. Facts. All right. Facts written down. And I'm giving you things like, look at this. Like, we're talking about things that, not a lot of people know about this stuff, but it's in the internet.
Right.
It's in your internet. It's not like I'm saying anything. Like, we're gonna get into somebody very important now. I've been trying to hold this one a little back, but let's get to this one. His name is Anu. Who is Anu? Who is this guy? Anu is a very important god. He's the god of gods. He's actually the one in control of Enlil and Enki. He is not even the god of gods. What's interesting about these beings is that they don't consider themselves the God of God. Things got crazy, and this is where human instincts become like hatred, anger, like why we get so emotional. Now I see why humans are emotional, and some humans are different than others. It gets really deep. But let's talk about Anu. Who is Anu? Let's go back on board. Who is Anu? Let's see if I have to put Anunnaki or not. All right. Anu is the sky god in ancient Mesopotamian religion. He is the head of the pantheon and the father of many of other gods, including Enlil and Enki. Anu is often depicted as a bearded man wearing a horn crown. He is associated with the number 60, which was considered to be sacred number in ancient Mesopotamia. Anu was originally the supreme god in the Mesopotamian pantheon, but his role declined over time. In later periods, Enlil became the more powerful god, and Anu became more of a figurehead. However, still retained his statues as the father of gods. He was still worshipped by many people. Okay, we're gonna speak about why Enlil took power. You guys gotta understand that Anu wasn't the god of the earth. Anu just came one time to earth, is what they say, or twice, if I'm not mistaken. And Lil pretty much ran everything. Anu went back to Nibiru, and he stayed in Nibiru, and that's what he ran. He ran the real planet that they actually were born from and all of that. So, I mean, he's still the god. In the end of the day, why would Anu regulate Enlil? And that's his son in the end of the day.
Right.
So Anu is a complex and fascinating god, and his role in Mesopotamian religion is still being studied by scholars today. He is a reminder of the rich and diverse religious tradition in ancient Mesopotamia. Here are some of Anu's responsibilities: King of God. Anu was the head of Mesopotamian pantheon, and he was responsible for maintaining order and harmony among the gods, creator of the universe. Anu was said to have created the universe, and he was also responsible for creating other gods. God of the sky. Anu was the god of the sky, and he was often depicted as a bearded man wearing a horned crown. God of fate. Anu was the god of fate and was responsible for determining the course of events in the world. Anu was a fascinating and important figure in the Mesopotamian religion. He is a reminder of rich and diverse religious tradition of his ancient civilization. I want to see who this guy is. These are known There are no known images of Anu that have survived from ancient Mesopotamia. Was a god of sky and not typically depicted in the human form. However, there are a number of cylinder seals and other artifacts that depict symbols associated with Anu. Damn, guys. All right. This, I guess, I don't know how that's associated with Anu, but we're going to take it. It looks dope. Looks dope. See, guys, my goal, honestly, is to eventually go to these places and show you guys in person these things. Maybe not grab it like this, but definitely want to show you guys these in person. Um, and I don't know, I find this very interesting. I definitely want you guys to write in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about these Anunnakis. It's really interesting. Uh, what these things are. And now let's jump into who, what happened to humans, why were we made, how did we come about. Let's see if Bard AI could give us information about this. Like, what does the Sumerian tablets say about this? How can I show you guys proof of the Bible and proof of these Sumerian tablets of how humans were created and who we are and how did we come about? Let's look into that. Let's jump to Bard again.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, what was that, bro? What was that? All right.
My-
Who was Ninma and how did she help in creating humans? Ninma, also known as Damgalnuna or Ninsharug, was a Sumerian goddess of fertility, childbirth, and healing. She was also the mother of the gods, and she is often depicted as a nurturing and compassionate figure. In the myth of Enki and Ninma, Ninma helps Enki to create humans. Enki is the god of wisdom and water, and he is responsible for creating the world. However, he is not satisfied with the other gods, who are lazy and do not contribute to work of the world. How crazy, guys. Even the gods, Sumerian gods, hate lazy people. Get off your asses, guys. Get off your asses. He decides to create a new beings, race of beings who will be more helpful and productive. Ninma is tasked with creating these new beings. She takes clay from the Abzu, the cosmic underground waters, and shapes it into humans. However, she makes some mistakes, and the first humans she creates are flawed. They have physical defects and they are not able to function properly in the world. Think about that, guys. Keep those in your heads. Enki is able to correct Ninma's mistakes, and he creates a new race of humans that are perfect. These humans are strong and healthy, and they are able to contribute to the work of the world. They are able to produce, and they eventually populate the world. Ninma, Ninma's role in the creation of humans is significant. She is the one who gives humans their physical form, and she is also the one who teaches them how to live in the world. She is a nurturing and compassionate figure, and she is ultimately responsible for the creation of the human race. Here are some of Here are some of the ways which Ninma helped in creating humans. She took clay from Abzu, the cosmic underground waters, and shaped it into human. She gave humans their physical form. She taught humans how to live in the world. Ninma, okay, same stuff we said earlier. Okay, you guys see who Ninma is. Very important, right? It's not saying right now what Ninma did to actually create humans. Now we're gonna get to reptilian, to monkeys, to all these creatures that she took to create humans. Like she actually took reptilians. Let's get in deep, guys. Can you tell me um, about I never asked her correctly, but let's see if it comes up. If not, I'm gonna have to look in somewhere else. All right. The idea that Ninma experimented with reptilian and monkey DNA to create humans is a modern myth that has no basis in ancient Sumerian mythology. There's no evidence to suggest that Ninmo or any Sumerian god or goddess ever experimented with DNA or creating humans in any way. The myth of Ninma experimenting with reptilian and monkey DNA appears to have originated in the 1970s when it was popularized by the Book of the Eighth Tower of Zishara Sitchin. Sitchin was self-described archaeologists who claim to have translated ancient Sumerian tablets that revealed that the Sumerians were visited by extraterrestrial beings from the planet Nibiru. Sitchin book claimed that the Sumerian created humans by mixing the DNA of reptilian beings from Nibiru with the DNA of monkeys. The myth has been repeated by other authors and has become a popular belief among some people who were interested in conspiracy theories and ancient aliens. However, there is no evidence to support Sitchin's claims. The Sumerian tablets that he claims to have translated do not actually say anything about reptilian beings or creation of humans. In fact, there is no evidence to suggest that the Sumerian even had a concept of DNA. All right. You know, maybe, maybe not, but if you really look at us, we kind of look like reptiles in a way. Like, and we do kind of look like monkeys. Am I right, Rolly, or what? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, 100%.
We have reptile features, man. Look at our faces. Look at our faces. All right, look at a reptile's face. Look at our teeth. Where we like meat, we eat meat. Pretty sure we have reptile features, and we also have monkey features as well. Even scientists, it shows that we are pretty much the same family in a way of monkeys and things like that. But Ninma was one of the reasons that we were here. Um, I want to speak about the Garden of Eden and what happens in the humans, what happened, more or less, and then we're gonna stop it there, and we're gonna keep going to the next uh, podcast, and because it's already 40 minutes, this next part is probably going to take a few more minutes, and we're going to pause it here. So we're going to speak all the way to the Garden of Eden, and more information on that with Bard AI. Sorry, I went a little crazy there, guys, but I hope you guys understood what I said. All right, so the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is mentioned in the Bible, and a lot of people know about the Garden of Eden. The Sumerian tablets mention the Garden of Eden and mentions about the first being called Adamu. Okay, who is Adamu? This is the first thing I'm gonna ask Bard. Who is Adamu? Okay, Adamu in the. I just gave some guy free cloud. Guys, follow this Adamo guy. I don't know who that is, but he looks pretty interesting. Pretty weird. Canadian actor. All right. Whoa. Look at this. So it looks like Google's not even trying to show me much anymore. It's trying to give me like, oh, like it's fake. It's fake. You see that, right?
I
It's
do,
kind
yeah.
of switching up on me. It's not trying to give me these facts. All right. Who is Adamo at the Garden of Eden? Why is wow? Okay, they're trying to be slick. You see, I don't know if you guys could, if you guys want to pause the video and actually look at what this is saying. Google is starting to be a little biased. It's starting not to give me the right, accurate information. But we're gonna go around this, and they're gonna give me the right information. I promise you that. All right. Uh, maybe I'm spelling it incorrect. Maybe. Let me see. Oh, there you go. I was spelling it right. I mean, incorrect. Adamu with a U. All right. Adamu is the Sumerian word for man, an earthling. It is also the name of the first human created by the gods in Sumerian mythology. In the myth of Enki and Ninma, Adamu is created by Ninma, the goddess of fertility, childbirth, and healing. She takes clay from the Abzu, the cosmic underground waters, and shapes it into human. Adamu is the first of a new race of beings that are created to help the gods with their work. Adamu is a flawed creature at first. He has physical defects and he is not able to function properly in the world. However, Enki, the god of wisdom and water, is able to correct Ninma's mistakes. He creates a new race of humans that are perfect, and Adamu is one of these humans. Adamu is the important figure in Sumerian mythology. He is the first human, and he is the ancestor of all humanity. He is also a symbol of the potential of humanity. He is a flawed creature, but he also is capable of great things. The name Adamu is also found in other cultures, including Hebrew and Arabic cultures, guys. Okay, this is a name that is actually proven in religion. If you know about religion, you know who Adamu is. It's very interesting. In the Hebrew Bible, Adam is the first man, and he is created by God in the Garden of Eden. The Arabic word for man is Adam, and it's thought to be derived from the Sumerian word Adamu. The name Adamu is the reminder of common roots of all humanity, and it's also a reminder we're all descended from the same ancestors and that we all have the potential to achieve great things. So Adamu is the first man that supposedly was perfect, but guess what, guys? He wasn't. He wasn't perfect. There was also other trials and tribulations, and supposedly they created like 5 to 7 men um, during Adamu, and they were like, "This is not going to work too good because it takes so many years for a man to adapt and to create, uh, to become the man that they need to mine gold because their main thing is mining gold, right? Learning all these things to create things for the gods, the Anunnakis. That was their main function. So they're like, how can they recreate? They thought of creating a woman. Okay, they thought like, who is this woman? In the Bible they called her Eve, but in the Sumerian tablets her name is Tiamat. Let's look into Tiamat right quick. Let's go back to the Bard AI. Tiamat. To Let's see what Bard AI says about Tiamat. All right. Tiamat is not directly related to Adamu in Sumerian mythology. She is primordial goddess of the ocean, and she is the mother of all the gods. Adamu is human, and he is created by the gods. However, there are some connections between Tiamat and Adamu. In some versions of the myth of Enki and Ninma, Tiamat is said to be the source of clay that is used to create Adamu, that suggests that Tiamat is some way responsible for the creation of humanity. See, they're talking about something else. All right. Adamu used his rib to create woman. Where do we hear that, guys? You know where you hear that, right? In the
Mm,
Bible, right, Rolly?
right,
In the
hundred
Bible,
percent.
you
It's
hear about
it's
the
it's
man
right.
creating woman
It's
with
crazy. It's crazy because in the Sumerian tablets it still mentions the Garden of Eden, and they changed the names. I mean, forgive me, they have the original names, and then in the Bible it also mentions Garden of Eden, but they've changed the names. Crazy, but like the stories they're identical.
I'm trying to I'm trying to get to all right, let's talk about the woman. How did she create woman? Ninma, also known as Nin Sag, is a Sumerian goddess of fertility. She is the one and most important deity in Sumerian mythology, and she's often associated with the creation of humans. Uh, all right. The name Nima means Lady of Mon. She doesn't really want to tell me about
Okay.
Adam and Eve, pretty much. Her name is Tiamat. Eve real name is Tiamat, and Google doesn't want to talk about it. Um, this all right. Let's talk about Tiamat. What is Tiamat? Tiamat was supposedly a planet that was in our solar system. Let's see what.
It resembled Earth, but it was bigger than Earth.
All right, let's talk about Tiamat planet before we get back to this. All right. The name Tiamat has been used to refer to a hypothetical planet that may have been once existed in our solar system. The idea of a planet called Tiamat was first proposed by Zeshara Sitchin. Oh, the same guy. We're gonna have to like knock on this guy's door and his and I think he's not alive. But this guy's saying a little too much, man. Maybe he is tricking us. I don't know. A self-described researcher of ancient civilization, Sitchin, claimed that Tiamat was a planet that was destroyed in a collision with another planet, which is called Nibiru. The collision of Tiamat and Nibiru is said to have created the asteroid belt and is also said to have caused the formation of the Earth. Sitchin theory is not widely accepted by scientists. There's no evidence to support the existence of a planet called Tiamat, and the asteroid belt is thought to have formed from the remains of a protoplanet that was destroyed in a collision. Interesting, right?
Right.
However, the idea of the planet called Tiamat has been popular in some circles and has been featured in works of fiction such as the Stargate CG1 television series. In conclusion, there is no planet called Tiamat in our solar system. However, the name Tiamat has been used to refer as hypothetical planet that may have existed. This theory is not widely accepted by scientists. But they did say, get back to the point, there's no evidence to support an existence of planet called Tiamat, and that the asteroid belt is such thought to be formed from the remains of the protoplanet. All right, so let's talk about planet series. Planet series, guys. This one is the one that made me believe more about this. Sure, Ceres is a dwarf planet in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, and the largest object in the asteroid belt, and this is why the only dwarf planet located in the inner solar system. You're telling me there's a planet between Mars and Jupiter by the asteroid belt? Crazy, right? Ceres was discovered in 1801 by Giuseppe Piazzi, and it was originally classified as a planet. However, modern times, obviously, in 2006, the International Astronomical Union reclassified Ceres as a dwarf planet. This was because Ceres did not meet the IEU's definition of a planet, which requires that an object be massive enough to have cleared its orbit of other objects. Ceres is 915 kilometers in diameter, and it has mass about. This is too much. You guys could read it. If you guys want to read it, pause it. Ceres is located in the asteroid belt with a region of space between the orbits and Mars and Jupiter. The asteroid belt is thought to be remains of the protoplanet that was destroyed in collision. Ceres is the largest object in the asteroid belt, but is still much smaller than the planets of the solar system. Ceres has been visited by spacecraft that Dawn spacecraft arrived at Ceres in 2015 and they spent nearly a year studying the dwarf planet. Dawn's observation revealed that Ceres has a variety of geological features, including craters, mountains, and valleys. Dawn also found that Ceres has a thin atmosphere and that it's home to a number of organic compounds. Ceres is a fascinating object and is still being studied by scientists. It is possible that Ceres may have once been a planet and is also possible that it may harbor life. Only time will tell what the other secret series holds. So I don't know if this is a picture of the series. So this planet supposedly has water, guys, and this planet is is very interesting, right? Because they saying that this planet uh was also a part of this planet called Tiamat. And the reason I'm actually talking about Tiamat, and it looks like I'm kind of like moving away from the Anunnaki conversation, but Tiamat was in the Sumerian tablets, and that's what's interesting to me. And the Anunnakis mentioned Tiamat as well, and it's very interesting. And what's more interesting is that they found an actual. Um, they're considering it an asteroid by the asteroid belt. That they're thinking kind of it's the core. It's a core. It's a core. Like okay, so the Earth, we have a core, and if you take away everything from the Earth, you'll probably have a core, and that core probably has many minerals, right? Many minerals. So there's a core. I'll probably look it up on YouTube or study a little more. I mean, on Bard. But getting to the point, there's this core supposedly by the asteroid belt that has so much minerals, and Elon Musk and a lot of people want to mine this asteroid. Let's see if I find it right now on Bard. Asteroid with lots of gold.
Can you imagine how big a planet had to be destroyed and create the entire asteroid belt? That planet must have been massive.
It was like 7 times bigger than Earth.
Like, dude.
All right, I'm gonna go. So this is a thing, guys. This is insane. Sure, the asteroid with the most gold and minerals is 16 Psyche. It's a metallic asteroid located in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It is thought to be the core of a protoplanet that was destroyed in collision. What do we have here, guys?
Oh,
Google just said it. Did I say it? No. Who said it, Rody?
Google.
Google. Okay, so let's look at this, guys. This interesting shit, man. There's some cool, crazy stuff, bro. Like, look at that. That's a real picture of the asteroid. All right. And scientists think it's a core of a planet. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Tell me I'm not giving y'all some shit right now. 16 Psyche is about 140 kilometers in diameter, and it is made up of mostly iron and nickel. It is thought to have a very high concentration of gold and other precious metal, possibly as much as 10,000 quadrillion worth. Bro, that's some shit that Rolly will use. Quadrillion. Bro, quadrillion, bro. No wonder Elon Musk is like, yo, I want to go mine that. Who don't want to mine that? Of course. All right, so This is what's more interesting, guys, and this has changed. NASA is planning to send a spacecraft to 16 Psyche in 2023. The mission is called Psyche. We'll study the asteroid's composition and search for evidence of water and other resources. Other asteroids that are thought to be rich gold and minerals. Okay, I don't care about these. But this one right here, guys. This one. Guys, I didn't even mention. Did I ask anything about the protoplanet? I didn't say nothing. It literally said it on Google for me. Guys, there's proof. There's a lot of proof out there. You guys do your own research. You guys do your own uh make it happen. Do what you guys gotta do. But I'm giving you guys some straight facts right now. And I'm giving it to you with Google Bard AI. Can't get any. This is the reason I'm using Bard AI to do this interview. I mean, to do this podcast and talk about these things because it's really there. It's really there. So, getting back to the Anunnakis, because we did drift a little bit, but this is important stuff. This is very important stuff. Let's talk about the Garden of Eden. What, where does, where is the Garden of Eden mentioned in the Bible? All right, let's talk about the Garden of Eden. We kind of drifted away, but it was some good stuff, guys. The stuff that you guys should definitely know, because the Tiamat is Eve. I don't know. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna find Tiamat right now. Again, I'm gonna go for another shot, but her name was Tiamat, and they gave her that name because of that protoplanet. This is why I kind of drifted. It's some interesting stuff. The Garden of Eden is mentioned in the Bible in the book of Genesis. In Genesis 2 4 through 14, the Bible says that the Garden of Eden was located in the east and that it was watered by a river flowed from Eden and divided into four headwaters. The names of four headwaters was Pishon, Gihon, Tigris, and Euphrates. The Bible does not specifically say where the Garden of Eden was located, but there have been many theories about its location. Some people believe that it was located in in the Mesopotamia. Come on, guys. Come on. This is Google. This ain't me writing this shit. This is Google. Come on. While others believe that it's located in the Middle East. Where the hell is the Middle East? Mesopotamia. What the fuck is y'all talking about? There's no definite answer to this question, and the location of the Garden of Eden remains a mystery. Here are some of the theories about the location of Garden of Eden. Mesopotamia is the most popular theory and is based on the fact the names of the four headwaters of Garden of Eden are also the names of the rivers that are located in Mesopotamia. I don't know. This is not what I wanted, but it did give us good information. It's mentioned many times in the Bible, and what's crazy that people really think is in Mesopotamia. What is Mesopotamia? The Sumerian. Where's the Sumerian? The Anunnakis. Who are the Anunnakis? Let's talk about why the Anunnakis kicked out Adamu off the Garden of Eden. Why did Enlil kick out Adamu from the Garden of Eden? In the Akkadian creation myth, the Enuma Elish, oh, this is a very important tablet actually. The Enuma Elish. The Enuma Elish is part of the Sumerian tablet. It's a very important one. It talks a lot about the Garden of Eden. It talks a lot about Enlil and stuff like that. Um, Enlil, the god of wind and earth, kicked Adapa, also known as Adamu, out of the Garden of Eden because he had eaten the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge. According to the myth, Enlil was afraid that Adapa would become too powerful if he ate the fruit and gained knowledge of good and evil. He also feared that Adapa would challenge Enlil's authority. Enlil ordered the winds to carry Adapa away from the Garden of Eden. Adapa was then banished to the mortal world where he would have to work hard and suffer. The story of Adapa's banishment from the Garden of Eden is a reminder that knowledge could be dangerous. It can also be a reminder that power can corrupt. Here are some of other interpretations why Enlil kicked Adapa of Garden of Eden. Enlil was jealous of Adapa's knowledge. Adapa had been created by gods to be their servant, but he had learned too much and had become too powerful. Enlil was afraid that Adapa would challenge his authority. Enlil was afraid that Adapa would become immortal. The fruit from the tree of knowledge was said to grant immortality. Enlil was afraid that Adapa would become immortal and would pose a threat to the gods. Enlil was following the will of other gods. The other gods may have decided that Adapa was too dangerous to be allowed to remain in the Garden of Eden. Enlil was simply carrying out their orders. Ultimately, the reason why Enlil kicked the Daba of the Garden of Eden is unknown. The myth is open to interpretation, and there are many different possible explanations. So, more or less, who was the female with Adapa? Let's see if it comes up already, man. My God. Doesn't come up. It doesn't come up. Adapa
That's wild.
and Tiamat. Let me see. Oh,
What you get? What you get?
nah, it didn't come up. All right. Getting to the point. You see, guys, this is all information literally through Bard AI. Yes, I have this knowledge all in my head. I've been studying this for a long time, and I'm just giving you more or less. I could speak all of this.
Right.
I can tell you all of this, but would you believe me right away? Probably not. I wouldn't believe a random person just talking. But with Bard AI, I hope you guys believe because I'm showing you proof. I'm showing you actual facts and showing you proof of this information. You guys could do your own research. Go ahead. I would want you guys to do your own research. And right now, guys, I could keep going probably for another 2, 3 hours
Right.
talking about this information. But right now, we're just in the Garden of Eden. I'm literally here in the Garden of Eden. And this is the subject. This is where I'm gonna leave this this episode. But there's so much on the way, guys. You guys don't understand. I have so much information for you guys. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are gonna be mind blown after all this information. And I want you guys to do your own research and keep researching and keep getting all this knowledge, even if you guys have to be more advanced than I am right now. Just get this knowledge and I don't know, think about life, think about what is really out there, think about what humans have done in a lifetime of being here in this earth. So much things, guys. I want you guys to know that we are beings with a lot of power, and we could create any opportunity if we want. All we have to do is focus and execute these things. Know that we have every tool that we need to create these opportunities in our life. We are a light being, we are a being of light, and we could create anything we want. And these Anunnaki stories just make me want to create more and more and more to become the best version that I could become, to be and feel these powers that are hidden in our bodies as human beings. Guys, it was a pleasure to actually give you guys this information. This is information that I have in my head that I've been studying from other scholars, other people that have very high knowledge on this information. And I also got my own information and things like that. Very interesting subject. I am mind blown when I started studying this and connecting it to the Bible. Hope you guys enjoy this series. I'm gonna put in a lot of work, and once I get more information, I will give you guys more information. I will do also uh podcasts of me going to places and showing you physical things of history, of human history. So much history, guys. I thank you guys so much. If you guys like this video, please support me. Give me a thumbs up. Share it to your friends. Share it to your family. Give me a support. It's free. You guys don't have to do anything but just comment, like, show some love. Thank you guys so much. It's your boy Tone. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys.